Hello everyone. Today you will see the last concept of your modulo, that is numerical integration. In numerical methods, the last concept is numerical integration. This is the process of obtaining approximately the values of definite integral. The integral is I is equal to integration from a to b y into dx without actually integrating the function, but only using the values of y at some points of x equally spaced over the interval a comma b. We need techniques to accomplish this because not all function can be integrated by the various standard methods of integration. Further, there are many situations where we have only some values of y corresponding to equidistant values of x. The meaning is here we are not using the actual integration method. Here we have to find the solution using the values of y at some points of x where x values are equally spaced over the interval a comma b. Okay, we have three rules here, that is rules or formulae to obtain the values of the definite integral, that is I is equal to integration a to b y into dx numerically. To find the solution of this definite integral numerically, we have three formulas or three rules. The following is a common step for applying any of the rules. Here we have some common steps to apply these various three methods. First one is the interval a comma b is divided into n equal parts of width where h is equal to b minus a divided by n. Here we have to divide the given interval, that is the interval a comma b, into n equal parts, and the step width is h is equal to b minus a divided by n. Right, we have to first find the length, means what is the common difference. The formula is h is equal to b minus a divided by n. Then using this width or the common difference, we have to divide this given interval into the n equal parts. Okay, let a is equal to x naught, x1 is equal to x naught plus h, x2 is equal to x naught plus 2h plus and so on to xn is equal to x naught plus nh is equal to b. Be the points of division. Also let y naught is equal to f of x naught, y1 is equal to f of x1 and so on to yn is equal to f of xn. Be the corresponding values of y is equal to f of x. Here we have the function y is equal to f of x, and these are the corresponding values for this function. Now we have a set of values of y is equal to f of x at equidistant points of x, and the values x comma y are tabulated. What is first we have to divide the given interval into the n equal parts. Then we will find the corresponding values of y's for some values of x which are equidistant. Then we have to tabulate those values for x and y. This is the method to tabulate the values of x and y. Then first method or first formula or first rule is Simpson 1/3 rule. Here only formula is necessary. Remember this formula. If they tell us to use Simpson's 1/3 rule, we have to use this formula. I is equal to h by 3 y naught plus yn plus 4 into y1 plus y3 plus so on to plus yn minus 1 plus 2 into y2 plus y4 plus so on to plus yn minus 2. Here see, first is h by 3 into y naught plus yn plus 4 into, here we get 4 into the addition of terms which are odd, means y1 y plus y3 plus y5 plus plus y7 plus and so on to yn minus 1, and 2 into the even terms, that is y2 plus y4 plus y6 and so on. If you want, remember like this. Then Simpson's 3 by 8th rule, that is 3h by 8 into y0 plus yn plus 3 into y1 plus y2 plus y4 plus y5 plus and so on to plus yn minus 3, yn minus 1, and 2 into y3 plus y6 plus so on to plus yn minus 3. To remember this one, this is 3h by 8 and y0 plus y1 plus 3 into, here the terms are y1, y2, y4, y5 and y7. Here we don't get the terms which are multiple of 3, means here we not get the values like y3, y6, y9 and so on. Here 2 into, here we get the terms which are multiple of 3, means y3, y6, y9, y12 and y15, like that. Next is Wedel's rule. I is equal to 3h by 10 into y0 plus 5 into y1 plus y2 plus 6 into y3 plus y4 plus y5 into y6, 5 into y5 plus y6. This is the Wedel's rule formula. See here, to apply the Wedel's rule, here one specific rule is there, that is Wedel's rule is used only when n is equal to 6. If we have the number of terms is equal to 6, means they ask to divide the given interval into the 6 part, then only we have to use the Wedel's rule. Means what? The value of n is equal to 6 is the only situation when we use the Wedel's rule. Okay. Here we have some points to know here before going to the examples. When we divide the interval a comma b into n equal parts, there will be n plus 1 values. That is, x values are a is equal to x0, x1, x2, x3 and so on to xn is equal to b. The corresponding values of y also n plus 1 in numbers. Means if x values are n plus 1 numbers, then corresponding values means y0, y1, y3, y2, y3 and so on are also n plus 1 values. The corresponding values of y also n plus 1 in numbers are referred to as the ordinates. Those are called what? Ordinates. So we can calculate that if there are n plus 1 ordinates, then there must be n equal parts, right? If we have n plus 1 ordinate, that means what? N, we have to divide that interval to what? N equal parts. It is very important to know that first one, to apply Simpson's 1/3 rule, n must be multiple of 2. To apply Simpson's 1/3 rule, our n should be what? Multiple of 2. And to apply 3 by 8th rule, our n should be multiple of 3. And to apply Wedel's rule, n must be multiple of 6. Okay, when n is equal to 6 or multiple of 6, all rules can be applied to find the approximate value of the given integral. See, if n is multiple of 6, then we can use any method to get the required solution. And remember, if n is equal to 6, all the 3 rules gives us the same result. Okay. Next is working procedure for the problems. First step, given the definite integral I is equal to integration from a to b y into dx for evaluation, first divide the interval a comma b into approximate number of equal parts or strips. Equal parts or strips, both are same, so as to apply the desired values from a to b. Be the points of division inclusive of the ends. Next, prepare a table consisting the values of x and the corresponding values of y, denoted respectively by y0, y1, y2, y3 and so on to yn. Third one is substitute values from these table into the appropriate rule to obtain the approximate value of the given definite integral. We have to substitute the y values in the given rule and find the solution. If they tell us to use Simpson's 1/3, use that one. If they ask 3/8, then use 3/8 rule. Like that, on a required formula, substitute the values of y's and find the solution. Let us see the examples. First example, evaluate integration from 0 to 6 3x square dx, dividing the interval 0, 6 into 6 equal parts by applying Simpson's 1/3 rule, Simpson's 3/8 rule and Wedel's rule. Here we have to apply all the three rules to find the solution. Okay, first one, solution. We have to apply the first step here. First step is what? We have to divide this interval into 6 equal parts. Before that, we have to find the width. Solution, dividing 0, 6 into 6 equal parts, that is n is equal to 6. The length of each part means width is h is equal to b minus a divided by n, which is the formula, which is equal to 6 minus 0 divided by 6 is equal to 1. Therefore, here width is how much? Width is 1. Difference between means length of each part is 1. Therefore, the points of division are got by starting with the left end point of the interval which being 0, and keep on adding h is equal to 1 to it so as to reach the right end point of the interval that is 6. See, this is not necessary to write in the examination. Since this is a first example, I have written to understand you that how to write the x values, right? In general, I have given there a is equal to x0, then x1, x2, so on to xn is equal to b. Means our first value start with a and last end with b. That is the meaning. Therefore, the points of division are x is equal to, first one is 0, points of division x is equal to 0, comma, add this to 1, then again add this 1 to 1, it will be 2, 3, 4, 5, and last endpoint is 6. We have to end here because our first value of x start with the value of a and end with the value of b, that is interval 0, 6. Then we can easily find the corresponding values of given function y is equal to 3x square. Means what? First just you have to substitute the values of x here, means 0, 1, 2, 3 to 6. You will get the corresponding values of the function y is equal to x square, which we called as what? y0, y1, y2, y3 and so on. To represent those values, what we have to do? We have to tabulate here. This is the tabular column. See here x values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. First here substitute x as a 0, we get what? 0. Then substitute x is equal to 1, we get 3. Substitute x as a 2, we get 12. Substitute x as a 3, we get 27. Then substitute x as a 4, we get here 48. Substitute x as a 5, this is 7. Substitute x as a 6, we get 108. Right? These values are what? y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6. These are the values of corresponding values of these x. Okay. Next we have to apply the rules here. First rule is Simpson's 1/3 rule. By Simpson's 1/3 rule, formula is integration from a to b y dx is equal to h by 3 into y0 plus yn plus 4 into y1 plus y3 plus y5 plus so on into yn minus 1 and plus 2 into y2 plus y4 plus y6 plus so on to plus yn minus 2. This is the formula. And for this given example, n is equal to 6, h is equal to 1, a is equal to 0, b is equal to 6 and the function y is equal to 3x square. Therefore, integration from the a is 6, b is 0, b is 6, y is 3x square dx is equal to h is 1 divided by 3. Then y0, first I will write the formula for this given example. Okay, y0 plus, here n value is 6 plus 4 into y1 plus y3 plus y5 plus, see here we have to write the terms up to n minus 1. Here n value is how much? N value is 6. N minus 1. 6 minus 1 is what? 5. So therefore here for this given particular example we have the terms here up to y5, y1 plus y3 plus y5 plus 2 into y2 plus y2 plus y4. Here we can't write y6. Why? Because we have to write the terms up to what? N minus 2. N is 6 here. 6 minus 2 means 4. So that here we have only terms up to y4, 2 into y2 plus y4. This is the formula for, this is general formula for Simpson's 1/3 rule, and this is the formula for given example, for this given particular example. Now we will substitute the terms. 1 by 3 into y0 is how much? 0 plus y6 is 108 plus 4 into y1 is 3 plus y3 is 27 plus y5 is 75 plus these values are taken from the tabular column. Then plus 2 into y2 is 12 plus y4 is 48. Calculate all these values. We will get integration from 0 to 6 3x square dx is equal to 216. This is the value of this given integral, which we are finding numerically using the rule Simpson's 1/3 rule. Next is Simpson's 3/8 rule. Simpson's 3/8 rule. General formula is integration from a to b y into dx is equal to 3h by 8 y0 plus yn plus 3 into y1 plus y2 plus y4 plus y5 plus and so on to yn minus 1 plus 2 into y3 plus y4 plus so on to plus yn minus 3. Let us write the formula for this given example. Therefore, integration from 0 to 6, a is 6, a is 0, b is 6, y is 3x square dx is equal to 3 into 1 divided by 8, h value is 1 here. Then y0 n is 6, y6 plus 3 into, here we have to write the terms up to n minus 1, n is 6, n minus 1 means we have to write up to 5 y1 plus y2 plus y4 plus y5 plus 2 into, here we have to write terms up to n minus 3, n is 6, 6 minus 3 is y3, so that we have to write up to y3 only, okay, which is equal to 3/8 into 0 plus 108 plus 3 into y1 is 3 plus y2 is 12, y4 is 48, y5 is 75 plus 2 into y3 is 27. Calculate all this, we get the answer is 216. (3x square). Answer is 216. From Simpson's 1/3 rule, we get the integral value is 216. Here also we get the integral value is 216. I have already told you that when n is equal to 6, we get same values for all the three rules. See here, for 3/8 rule, it is 216. For 1/3, it is also 216. Next is Wedel's rule. Wedel's rule. Integration from x0 to x0 plus 6h. Here the integration from x0 to x0 plus 6h. Why? Because here condition is we have to use the Wedel's rule only when n is equal to 6. This is the meaning what? x0 is 0, this is 6. Y into dx is equal to 6h divided by 10, y0 plus 5y1 plus y2 plus 6y3 plus y4 plus 5y5 plus y6. Therefore, integration from 0 to 6, 3x square dx is equal to 3 into 1 divided by 10. Here y0 is 0 plus 5 into y1 is 3 plus y2 is 12, 6 into y3 is 27 plus y4 is 48 plus 5 into y5 is 75 plus y6 is 108, which is equal to, calculate this, we get it as 216. Here also the integral value is what? 216. This is how you have to calculate the integral value using these different rules. Okay, thus conclusion, thus integration from 0 to 6, 3x square dx is equal to 216 from all the three rules. These are very easy examples, but condition is what? You have to remember all the three formulas. Okay. Second example, evaluate integration from 0 to 1 dx divided by 1 plus x square by using Simpson's 1/3 rule, taking 4 equal strips. Here parts are strips, both are same, and hence deduce an approximate value of pi. Up to this it is same as the previous one. Here extra work is there, that is we have to find the value of pi. Let us see how to find this one. First we have to divide the given interval. Here interval is what? 0 to 1. Therefore let us divide 0 to 1 into 4 equal strips, which are also called as parts. 4 equal strip, that is n is equal to 4. Therefore length of each strip is equal to h is equal to b minus a divided by n. Here b is 1, a is 0 and n is 4. Therefore it is 1 by 4. Now find the value of x here. X values, x is equal to, first start with the left end, that is 0, then add this to 1 by 4, it will be 1 by 4, 0 plus 1 by 4 is 1 by 4, then again this add this 1 by 4 to 1 by 4, 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 2 by 4, then again add this 2 by 4 to 1 by 4, we get 3 by 4, then again add 1 by 4 to this 3 by 4, we get 4 by 4, then x is equal to 0, 1 by 4, 2 by 4 is 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 4 by 4 is 1. So that these are the values of x. Next we have to find the corresponding values of y. Corresponding values of x. For x is equal to 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. Now the tabulation is x values are 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1, and y is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus x square. Simply go on substituting the values of x. First for this substitute 0, for second value 1 by 4, next 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. When we substitute x as 0, it will be 1. When we substitute x as a 1 by 4 and calculate, we get 16 by 17. Then substitute x as a 1 by 2, we get 4 by 5. Then substitute x as a 3 by 4, we get 16 by 25. Substitute x as a 1, we get 1 by 2. Okay, very simple calculation here, so that I have given directly the values of y. First one is 1, 16 by 17, 4 by 5, 16 by 25. Next is 1 by 2. Here they are tell us to use the Simpson's 1/3 rule. Formula is integration from a to b y into dx is equal to h by 3 into y0 plus yn plus 4 into y1 plus y3 plus y5 plus so on to plus yn minus 1 plus 2 into y2 plus y4 plus y6 plus so on to plus yn minus 2. This is the general formula. Next is what we have to write the formula for this given example. Let us see what will be that. Here a value is 0, b value is 1, function is 1 divided by 1 plus x square into dx. Here h value is how much? H value is 1 by 4 divided by 3 into y0 plus n value is 4 here. I will write here n is equal to 4, h is equal to 1 by 4, a is equal to 0, b is equal to 1. y4 plus 4 into y1. See here we have to write the terms up to n minus 1. N is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So that it is only up to y3 plus 2 into we have to write the terms up to n minus 2. N is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. That it is 2 into y2, which is equal to 1 by 4 will divide by 3. It will be 1 divided by 4. 3s are 12 into y0 is 1 plus y4 is 1 by 2 plus 4 into y1 is 16 divided by 17 plus y3 is 16 divided by 25 plus 2 into y2 is 4 by 5. Calculate this one carefully. You will get 0.7854 as the integral value. Integral value is 0 to 1. 1 divided by 1 plus x square dx is equal to 0.7854. Okay, first work is over. Next we have to find what? The pi value here. To deduce the value of pi, we perform theoretical integration, means actual integration, theoretical integration, and equate the resulting value to the numerical value obtained. Means what? First we have to integrate this with actual integration and equate that result to with this numerical value. We get the value of pi. Okay, therefore, which implies integration from 0 to 1 dx divided by 1 plus x square. We know that integration from a to b dx divided by 1 plus x square is what? Tan inverse of x. You must know all these results. Here limits are 0 to 1, which is equal to upper limit minus lower limit, tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of 0. Okay, tan 0 is 0. Tan inverse of, when we get the tan value is 1, when it is pi by 4. Tan 45 degree is 1, therefore it is pi by 4 minus 0. Therefore, integration from 0 to 1 dx divided by 1 plus x square is equal to pi by 4. Now we have to equate this resulting value to the numerical value. We get the this integral value as 0.7854 is equal to pi by 4. Then pi is equal to 4 into 0.7854. Calculate this. You will get what? Pi is equal to 3.1416. And we know that actual value of pi is equal to 3.141592 and so on. In general, we take pi value as how much? 3.142, right? Here pi, for this example, we get pi is equal to 3.1416. Okay. Homework examples. First one, evaluate integration from 0 to 1 dx divided by 1 plus x taking 7 ordinates by applying Simpson's 3 by 8th rule. Hence deduce the value of log 2 to the base e. See here the different one is what? 7 ordinates. I have already explained about this ordinates. What is that? See here in note we have the terms ordinate, that is what? When we divide the interval a comma b into n equal parts, there will be a n plus 1 values, right? Then the corresponding values of y also n plus 1. Here when we divide the interval a comma b to n equal parts, we get how much value? We get n plus 1 values. These n plus 1 values are called as what? Ordinates. these n plus 1 values are called as what? Ordinates. See here, they are given. Evaluate integration from 0 to 1 dx divided by 1 plus x taking 7 ordinates. Here 7 ordinates means what? These are the n plus 1. N plus 1 is 7, means how much? The value of n is what? The value of n is equal to 6. Ordinates means what? N plus 1 values are called ordinates, means what? Here n plus 1 is 7, means n value is 6. Okay, now next we have to find the log 2 to the base e. Here while you are calculating log 2 to the base e, log 2 value, observe here we have the base is e, not 10, so that you have to use ln in your calculator. Next, use Simpson's 3/8 rule to evaluate integration from 1 to 4 e raised to 1 by 4 e raised to 1 by 6 into dx. See here, for this example they are not given any n values. If they are not given any n value, remember the note points. We use 1/3 rule only when the n value is multiple of 2, and we use 3/8 rule only when n is a multiple of 3, right? According to that, here n value must be what? Either it will be 3 or multiple of 3. For this example, you can take n is equal to 3 itself. Okay, if they are not given n values, remember the points n is equal, when n is equal to 2, Simpson's 1/3 rule is used only when n is multiple of 2, and Simpson's 3/8 rule is used only when n is multiple of 3, and Wedel's rule is used only when n is equal to 6 or multiple of 6. Mostly it will be n is equal to 6. Here n value is not given. Consider n as 3 or multiple of 3. You can take n is equal to 3 itself. Okay. Use Simpson's 3/8 rule with 7 ordinates to evaluate the integral 2 to 6, limits from 2 to 6 dx divided by log x to the base 10. Here also 7 ordinates means what? N is equal to 6. They are given. This integral have 7 ordinates, means n is equal to 6. Here a value is 2, b value is 8. Next, use Simpson's 3/8 rule to obtain the approximate value of integration from 0 to 0.3 1 minus 8x cube whole raised to 1 by 2 dx by considering 3 equal intervals. 3 equal intervals means n is equal to 3. Here a value is 0, b value is 0.3. 0.3 minus 0 divided by 10. Find EH and go for the Simpson's 3/8 rule. Next is use Simpson's 1/3 rule to find integration from 0 to 0.6 e raised to minus x square dx by taking 6 sub-intervals. See, sub-intervals, strips and equal intervals. Both, all these three are same. I will write here n equal parts is equal to n strips is equal to n sub-intervals. All these three are what? All these three are same. If they are given n equal parts, means n is equal to, if it is 6, n is equal to 6. If they are given n 6 strips, means n is equal to 6, and 6 sub-intervals means n is equal to 6. Here only the different term is what? Ordinate. If they are given n some ordinates, you have to take that minus 1. If they are given 7 ordinates, you have to consider n as a 6. Try all these examples so that you will perfect all these three formulae. Okay.